4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me. Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
What is going on, BWSPORTS1 world? He is the one. I am the ass. Together, we create Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank. Mr. John Wayne Buzzard, for all your banking needs and accessories, 317-417-8582. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent. If you want to sell or buy your home, you call Shawn at Tucker right now, 317-503-8322. Damon, we are live.
Hey, bro, what was that we create thing going on there?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, that was absolutely outstanding.
No,
bro,
we did.
Hey,
we did. We created.
I am excited. You might not think that I'm excited due to events that have occurred over the last 24 hours, but I am still excited. I am kind of taking a break from bubble basketball to do the show. I say kinda because right here at the bottom left of my outdoor box, I have the game playing.
Uh-oh. Who's playing right now?
Boston and Philly.
Yeah, Boston's sweeping that series.
I would have liked to think so as well. But I think the Gordon Hayward might be a factor in one game.
We'll have to see.
One game. But basketball is later on in the show, so welcome all to Wednesday Night Live.
Yes.
On your awesome black and white duo, which is also Black and White Sports.
Hey.
We welcome you all to another fabulous Wednesday night.
It's hump day.
In some households, yes, it is.
Not going there.
Said, is he even healthy enough? That's why I said the Gordon factor was meaning that Philly is going to get one game. Because of the Gordon Hayward being out. Jason Tatum is a dog. But we'll get to that. He's trying to bait me into talking to it right now. No, Brandon.
He just tried. He baited. Oh, my gosh. I am slacking, folks. God.
You have to stay the whole time.
He tried to bait us in talking about the Colts last night during Taco Tuesday, but we're going to come to them in 2 weeks when we talk about the AFC.
I missed it. I just blew that right off.
That was purposely done, I think.
Maybe by you, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't see it at all.
It happens. So, Damon.
No. Yes, sir.
What are we starting off with tonight?
So basically, while you're social media in, you would like me to go through the show rundown.
Bingo.
I'm picking up what you are throwing down, my good man.
I am so glad.
He
So
said, I
glad
guess
we
I'll come
turned-
back in 2 weeks.
We turned the page. We turned the same page at the same time.
Yeah.
No, don't go nowhere, Brandon. I mean, okay, I wasn't going to do it to you last night, but I might have to tonight. Brandon, if you would post a comment here, it's okay. That's all I got to see is it's okay. That way we can show the viewers what type of week you are having, sir.
Biatch.
He got him.
Excuse me. Hell yeah, I got that some bitch.
John Wayne Buzzard in the house.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Hey, don't forget to check out tomorrow's Couch Talk. We have them homeboys of ours from the CW crew, the Checkers and Wreckers gang over there. Howdy and Tommy Boy will be joining us tomorrow for a little couch talk about the Indianapolis or Indy 500, whichever way. Do you want it Dan's way, the Indianapolis 500, or do you want it Howdy's way, the Indy 500? Who knows? Listen, they're arguing about the name of the race.
There's only one real way.
They're arguing about the name of the race. They just completely forgot that I don't think it's a sport.
No, we didn't forget.
But anyway,
we might bring that up tomorrow night, but no, we probably won't.
Yeah. So
we might reference you as our Brad Doherty of BWSPORTS1, though.
It might be that. Brandon says it's the Indy 500, period.
Oh, you're so wrong. And now that you said it's okay and you called it the Indy 500, I am going to show the world what not to do to yourself.
While he's doing that, holy Lord, Lord Jesus.
Okay, people. Okay, folks. God love you, Brandon. Okay. So this is our first segment called Fan Mail. One of our good fans, Brandon Ferris, sent in this picture of his beautiful day yesterday. And the only reason we're bringing this in is because he's okay. He's gonna pull out of this. He's gonna look beautiful, maybe. I don't know. Folks.
Holy shit.
Good gosh, Brandon.
He looks like a cartoon character.
Man. Well, he probably felt like a cartoon character after the pain meds kicked in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Brandon, again, we love you, brother.
That's pretty gnarly, dog.
You know what that was? That is just showing how much he loves his son enough to be doing stuff to help the boy out, and he gives it his all, blood, sweat, and tears. No means no. Nathaniel, no means no.
All right, so yeah.
Oh no, we gotta see that. We gotta fan mail part 2, Brandon.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, Brandon, who he's talking about his son Asher, who is a fabulous young man. We've met him a couple times. He's a regular with the Checkers and Wreckers gang. So this young man is awesome with the racing and stuff like that. So, but anyway, don't forget to check those guys out with us tomorrow. And don't forget to check out their regular show on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be just great. You won't have to rush for the race this year because the race is not on at 12 o'clock as usual. It is at 2:30 today, so you'll be able to listen to them and get all your good stuff. And that's that, and that, and whatever else is that, because that's what we got.
You forgot.
Yes, and Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays, join us 7:30.
Taco Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, we find something to sit down and chat about and have tacos, but we have yet to have tacos. So
wait until the world opens back up, and we will go to a certain place for Taco Tuesday and have tacos for taco
on Tuesday.
Tacos for taco is my new hashtag.
All right, and last but not least, we have 2 brand new shows that we are debuting in the next 2 weeks. So you better get your stuff together if you like the one pieces and the leotards and the super splashes from the top rope. Make sure you
Singlet.
tune in. Whatever. Make sure you tune in this Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Kicking It with
Super
Kicking It with Steven. It's a show we do for that he does now for wrestling, and it should be a pretty awesome. It's gonna break down a whole lot of stuff, give you some fun stuff to trivia and things of that nature, and it's gonna take you right into SummerSlam. So don't forget to check in with that on this Saturday. And what else?
August 31st.
Yes, August 31st. If you have not been noticing, we have been partnering up with mybookie.com. So .ag.
They're unique. That's
Okay.
why we like them.
Okay. All right. So don't forget to check that brand new show out. It's called what the hell is it? It's Bet Your Ass. Bet Your Ass with
Esparza.
Yep, with Rafael Esparza and yours truly, Dan the Ass Stevens, where they're going to give you all the breakdowns of what you need to know and what you should and should not be betting on through my bookie.
That's right. That's right.
I can't give you a time because they didn't tell me a time. I just know it's
7:30.
Oh,
Everything is 7:30.
7:30.
7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
All right, so there you have it. That's it.
All right.
I ain't got nothing else.
Let's talk some sports.
Talk some sports. So that takes us into bathroom scrolling. Is it something or is it nothing?
Well,
which means that this is subject is we're going to go through things that you will be scrolling in the bathroom when you're taking care of your personal business. And what you scroll through, we're going to determine if it's something or nothing.
Or do you flush it?
It's not in it.
Well, bathroom scrolling is
because that would mean it would be nothing. It would be something or nothing.
Bathroom scrolling brought to you by MyBookie. Sign up at mybookie.ag and use promo code BWSPORTS1 for a 100% deposit match and a free $10 bet. All right, now let's get into it because I can't wait. I put notes in after your notes and I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care if you care.
All right, first up, we got Cleveland pitchers go AWOL, breaking CV-19 protocol.
Stupid. And imagine that. Baseball players couldn't get the shit right to begin with to start the season off right. Can't get this right. I'm very surprised they're still playing.
I am very surprised, especially because you had high-profile players on that team who were saying, hi, Bella, who were saying that she's right behind you. Yeah, no clue.
Nope.
They were saying that unless you get rid of these guys, we're not playing. I haven't heard anything from that since this because this story was like 3 or 4 days ago. And I haven't heard anything unless you have, sir.
But you know what? No, I haven't heard anything new. But you know what? Kudos to the teammates for calling them out like that. I think it's just stupid, man. I mean, for one, you're putting yourself at risk. For two, you're putting your whole team at risk. For three, you're putting everybody else's family, your family, and everything else at risk because they're not in a bubble. They're not like in a bubble like the NBA is. What? What am I missing?
Oh my God. But
I hit it at the same time.
nice. but really, if you think about it, the question would be, is it something or is it nothing? As in, if this is going to be a factor to the team, or is this going to be nothing and it's just going to be some more crap that's going to make it more difficult for them to complete this season for baseball?
I think you broke the team in half right there by doing that.
So it's completely something.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, both of these two were in their starting 5 rotation, correct?
Yeah, they were 2 of the top pitchers, yes.
Yeah. All right. Something, another loser in Cleveland.
Next. I'm still going to do the next.
That's fine. That's fine. The SEC, let me get my mouse in the right place. The SEC released its opening week schedule. Now, I don't have anything on here about the actual games because at this point, I can really care less about the games. I'm concerned about the news around the SEC and everybody around the SEC.
Well, isn't the SEC NFL for college?
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, they're making themselves out to be the top dogs, the number one conference as far as not as far as the gameplay itself, but as far as everything else behind the scenes and stuff.
I mean, kinda. I think the Big Ten. I think the Big Ten will be more NFL acting, as in saying that they have separated themselves. Well, the Pac-10 seems to follow the Big Ten, but the Big Ten seems to have stepped out there and been more of a forefront stepper for the movement of shutting down and canceling and things of that sort. The SEC football is that they send like 30 players every year from every team to the damn league. And other than OSU and Clemson, the SEC has won all of them. So, I mean, as much as we don't like them, because I am not a fan, but you have to recognize that these cats win championships.
And I understand that part, but I'm talking about more on the aspect of the administration of the SEC trying to put themselves higher above all the other conferences. You have 4 other power conferences.
How so? How so?
I mean, because they're the first ones to say, "Hey, we're playing, we're doing this, we're playing."
They weren't the first,
huh? Yeah, they were.
They weren't the first. The Big 12 was the first.
Well, Big 12's. I don't even consider the Big 12 a power conference anyway.
But they are.
You have to have an actual championship.
Oklahoma, but they are. So however you look at it, but they are. You know what I mean? So I still think that everybody's following the Big Ten. Everybody waited to see what the Big Ten was going to do. So if anybody is
well, if that was the case, then why is anybody playing?
Pac-12 isn't playing, and I guarantee you the ACC is next. With, if you've been paying attention, the Notre Dame has suspended all play and school, all remote learning yesterday. North Carolina did it yesterday, where they had a breakout of 144 on campus.
They did it Monday.
So they did it Monday. So here you go, folks.
I mean,
ACC. That's Clemson. You know what I'm saying? So that's next. So I mean, granted,
you got to put Duke in there too, because you got like Duke, Wake Forest, NC State, and NC all in a 40-mile radius.
Yeah, if that.
Right.
So, I mean, it's going to be crazy. Everybody was really complaining on the Big Ten, jumping the gun. I feel that they did jump the gun a bit and cancel a little early. But I thought that they was going to individually, everybody end up not playing at some point in time. But as you can see it, all these conferences are going to follow in suit. You know what I mean? Their medical doctors seem to be saying something. Because their breakouts are happening.
Yeah, obviously.
So
next.
Okay, back to the Big Ten. With the reference that the Big Ten jumped the gun on that. People were questioning did the presidents really vote not to play football or not to play? I keep saying football when it's fall sports,
All sports.
but it's really football that's the concern.
That's where the money is, and that's the problem.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying money is a problem. I'm just saying when you have that, there's millions of dollars involved in this, and that's why they're playing. I don't think they're taking into consideration as much as they should players and personnel safety.
Before I finish this is my adverb into that. These college students and these people who want these players to be paid. College football is a $4 billion a year business. Okay, you want these people to be played. How you gonna play them if you're not gonna get the games played?
You can't.
So you can't have it both ways. So I'll say that. But anyway, you have one president from Minnesota say, we didn't vote per se. That was his quote. Her quote. We didn't vote per se, which means that they were all in the room and everybody's like, yeah, I guess, maybe not, sure. I mean, if it was up to me, maybe, I don't know.
And then the president,
the new guy,
right?
Yeah, so the new guy, his first year, this is what you walk into on your first year. You know what I mean? But guy who was there 25 years, he'd have probably handled this way better. But this is the new guy, first time in it, and he's like, well, y'all ain't gonna do it, I'll do it. We're not playing.
And he did it.
Yeah, so right now, I still think it's nothing.
Next.
This goes to the mat or the octagon. John Bones Jones says that he vacated the light heavyweight title, and his quote was, "Title is up for grabs." But rumor has had it that he might be jumping up to the heavyweight class, and Dana White recently said that he is open to Bones Jones' first fight at heavyweight being a title fight after this current fight coming up.
Here's my problem with the whole situation.
No, let me have it.
You can't pass a piss test. You can't pass a test that says that you're not, on any testosterone builder or cocaine or whatever else that you've taken, and you can't stay behind. You can't stay away from behind the wheel when you're fucked up. Why do you continuously get shot after shot? You didn't vacate your belt. You were forced to give it up because of your stupidity. Period. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be taking that shot. And you know what? If you are allowed back in, you start way down a little bit and work yourself up in a new weight class.
Preach, Pastor, preach. But we know they're going to happen. He's going to get a title shot, and he's not going to pass the piss test. And the reason why he keeps doing it because when he does, the reason why he keeps doing it because once he does, the few times that he does pass, he knocks people out in the ring, and people watch him. But with Cormier, going away, and Cormier, whatever big chunky nigga's name is, I said it because he let me down.
He didn't leave me. He didn't let me down. I had a nice payout on my bookie from the 3-fight parlay that I put down. You bet your ass I did.
And there you have it. But what do we have in that heavyweight for UFC? So I mean, you kind of gotta put him out there because he brings in fans and ratings. So next. From red faces to black faces. You like that, didn't you?
I did.
The Washington football team hires first black president of operations in the NFL history. Hey, first off, I want to say the young man, because he's younger than I am, the young man is qualified.
So I'm a young man.
Love it. Like that's how I do it. I do that. Young man. First, the young man is very qualified. He's done his work. He's done his due diligence, and he's put himself in a position that on paper, without looking at his skin color, you can say he is very qualified for that job. Here's where I and Keyshawn Johnson kind of are on the same page. You've been in the news, the last couple months, real strong about some racial tensions, mascots, names, blah blah blah, zippity dude, skip the baloo, all the crap, and then here you go trying to save face. You don't name a new mascot or a new name or whatever. You go real bland. You hire a minority coach. Everybody kind of skipped that over because he's been head coach before. But you hire a minority coach, and then you place him in the position of renaming the franchise. I mean, you don't go to your Doug Williams. You don't go to your Joe Gibbs. You don't go to,
anybody.
Anybody. You know what I'm saying? You go to the guy who's only been in your colors for 3.5 months. Didn't play for you because he played in Chicago. So I'm just saying, that seems kind of weird. And then you flip the script. Everybody's racial, cultural tensions are at an extreme high right now. So what a way to knock one section off your hit list. Let's hire a black president.
Like I said in the notes, man, if they did it for the right reasons, I'll back it 100%. But at this point, I don't think they're doing anything for any right reason over in Washington. And now, I'm not just talking about the government. I'm talking about the football team.
And I want to say this again because I don't want to look like I'm raining on this young man's parade. He is very qualified for this job. And if you look at his resume on paper without looking at a facial interview, if you look at the resumes on paper, he's the best qualified person for the job. So I'm not saying that he should not have the job. I'm just questioning the methods or the motive behind giving him the job. Affirmative action. So
next.
And we're going to stay with the Washington football team.
Yes, we are. And I got a little highlight reel for us.
Because I messaged, I kind of said a little hint about this yesterday. Alex Smith has been cleared for return to football activity. Now, we all saw the little shower of champagne that his family gave him. But the thing I noticed in that shower of champagne was the sleeve that he had on and the deformity-looking deformations and dips in his leg that was surgically saved from being lost in his saving of life. I'm looking at how he's walking, right? So I'm like, okay, this is a great story. He comes back, he goes to Washington, blah, blah, blah. He does good workouts, and they retire him, goes to coaching, he's a quarterback coach, blah, 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 blah. But as I'm reading articles and listening to people, there could be a real quarterback controversy here because they really don't have anybody. You got Haskins, but then you got Alex Smith. And hold on, I did watch some tape of this cat working out in pads and stuff, and I'm still looking kind of at this device. Yeah, pulling out from the quarterback, throwing 3-yard drives with nobody coming at you with the red jersey on, so nobody touches you.
Right.
is completely different to when Von Miller and Darius Leonard and Fletcher Cox and whoever else is on the Cowboys is all coming at him with that weak-ass offensive line. Are you going to put this man's life in jeopardy again and put him in behind under center?
That right there, I mean, if I'm Alex Smith, then I better be looking at the line and who's in front of me and be like,
hey,
okay, who is going to save me this time?
Linda, listen, Linda. I'm buying if I'm Alex Smith, and they're really thinking about this. This is a real conversation that he could be day one starter. It's a real conversation. I'm looking at the offensive line like, hey, bro, whatever you need, I got you. Mistresses, paying for your third baby mama, second child, college tuition, whatever. Protect me. Take a chill.
I am taking more than isotoner gloves to my line like Dan Marino did back in the day. I'm getting them steak dinners every night, something. Be like, guys, I do not want to go through that again.
You're in the bubble. You're in the bubble, so you all have to really go out and suck out a whole bunch of cheese. But seriously, I mean, I watched some of the workouts, right? I've seen some of the, some of the movements and things like that. Football is not my first sport, but football is a sport that I love, so I can tell you if it's looking good or not. Hey, man, it's hard to tell, but then you look at certain footwork, but then that footwork is when you got people all around your knees and that pocket is closing in and it's sucking in on you. Are you going to think about that leg?
Every time.
Hey, bro.
Every time.
I applaud you for your comeback, but hey, say you can do it. Say you did it. Now go put the headset on and start being the offensive coordinator or something. Have you seen him chase?
About every time he takes a snap.
But I mean, I think he can be an asset to Dwayne Haskins. I think he could be
Haskins was a rookie last year. I mean, he was put right in. He gained experience from it. He should have a better game this year than he did last year. That sophomore year is a telltale for following years, especially on that second contract after your rookie contract. Your sophomore year better be good, and usually it's either a sink or swim year for quarterbacks. So
yeah,
Haskins,
especially if you're black quarterback too, you don't get a whole lot of leeway.
He better stay in the shotgun about 7 to 8 yards back.
Yeah,
like that thing like he's the punter. But I don't know. Hey, congrats to him for coming back from that shit that he went through. I mean, hats off to you. I am sure as hell not going back in after my legs damn near tore off.
Hey, he did have a couple kids over that was spraying him with that champagne, Mr. Buzzard.
He did.
Yeah, they don't believe in pulling out the pocket over there. You like the football reference there, buddy?
That was a good
one. All right, so next up, Des Bryant to the Ravens.
It's very possible. And like I said in the notes, you look a little worried if that would happen because
listen,
damn.
I already said. Well, you already heard my reasons yesterday. Well, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to win the division. So there you go. And that's another reason. But Joe Hayden to take care of him. Des Bryant, he's kind of soft.
Well, yeah, but,
Thanks, John. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that one.
Well, I'm flushing the rest of it. Next.
All right, sounds good to me. NFL officials opts against full-time NFL opts against full-time officials. Plus, you've had some of the big name officials already opt out of the season.
I mean, how much worse can our officiating get?
Man, dancing Pac-Man. Already burning jerseys and shit.
You know what we all should do? Everybody should get a zebra shirt and burn it on social media because they are really the piss poor people on the field.
Hey, bro, I've seen some really bad officiating across the board in all the sports. We haven't really seen it in the NBA bubble. The refs have been actually pretty good. LeBron is not getting that bullshit. I'm telling you, he's not getting it. They are on it. I've never seen Trevor call so many times in an NBA game, and I'm loving it. But NBA officials normally are pretty bad. Baseball umpires can be pretty. They tend to be like everybody needs to watch me, and they show up the players. That's a whole other issue. But NFL officials, man, these cats is horrible. No, in Hockley, these guys is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got to do something because the officiating just sucks. Next.
And I don't. Yeah. Get them out of here. All right.
I swip it.
Yeah, so you have stadiums starting to come out, NFL stadiums starting to come out and say what their capacity is and what they're going to do with fans. Kansas City has said that they will go to 22% capacity for fans in stadium. I know Pittsburgh has said they would go less than 50% of fans in stadium. The note I have on here is Soldier Field. Chicago Bears are saying no fans at all. 0.
What are you going to do? I mean, like, the only thing that you can do is honestly is social distance, and stadiums are big enough to do that. I mean, at least if you're going to bring some money in, you know, it's better than none. But does this mean that there's a bigger contract on the TV networks with the NFL this year because of if they're going to know stadium or know people in the stadiums, you know, does that money factor out anywhere else?
I think that money is definitely going to factor out because the networks are going to want a return on the money put into the NFL. And even if you do go to some capacity in the stands, there's still more people at home wanting to watch the games, and the games will be on TV through all of the various local and national brands. So I think that you will be able to draw revenue as in the TV deals and the revenue sharing with the players and the league. So there is a possibility on that. But I feel that the NFL would be one of the, if you're going to have fans in the stands at a contact sport, one of those, I said NFL or football could be done, especially in college because so many of the stadiums are outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you percentage your capacity, that gives you space to spread people out where you can still get a home field advantage, still have some type of momentum shift, and you can still get ticket sales. You can still get ratings, business around that do have opportunity or the ability to social distance with the money still coming in. I think you still can do it. The stadiums that are open and the stadiums that have retractable rules, I think that those you should be able to do something. It's the ones that are completely enclosed that are going to have the issue.
Yeah, and I agree. There also was talks, and I think we talked about it a few weeks back of, having regional games, as far as you have so many teams in 4 different areas of the country. You play that kind of round robin deal, then you switch. But they're gonna have to do what they need to do to get something going, and I hope it goes the way the NFL sounds. They're sounding like they're gonna roll, but who knows?
Right, who knows?
Things could change in a matter of an instant.
All right, last thing with scrolling. CFL says no to 2020 season. If you don't know, the CFL is the Canadian Football League.
Yep. I mean, hey, I don't have any problem with it. I mean, I got a problem with it just being one less sport, but I don't have a problem with the decision. I think if they're going to do it, hats off to them.
I'm going to laugh at you because you said there's a problem of being one less sport. How many Canadian Football League football games have you watched?
That's besides the point. That's besides the point.
How many of the Toronto Argonaut games have you seen there, buddy?
That's beside the point.
Ooh,
I'm just so proud of you that you knew the team name. Is it really?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now I have to make up another one because that's all I got.
That's all you got.
The one and done, baby. One and done.
There you go. And that has been Bathroom Scrolling. Let's take a moment for some station identification. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, the ass for Black and White Sports, and let me talk to you about a little banking. First Financial Bank in John Wayne Buzzard. That's right, folks. The official bank of BWSPORTS1 for all of your banking needs, whether it be savings, checking, mortgage loans, small business loans, and everything else under the sun. First Financial Bank in John Wayne Buzzard is where we go. Call that man 317-417-8582. That's 317-417-8582. Or email him at john.buzzard@bankatfirst.com. That's right, First Financial Bank, the official bank of BWSPORTS1. What's up, folks? It's your boy, the ass from Black and White Sports, and I am looking to buy or sell a home. I know who I'm going to call, and that's Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. BWSPORTS1's Rockstar Realtor. That's right, folks. Shawn Nugent is the man you need to talk to if you're looking for your dream home or looking to just downsize or anything in between when it comes to your new house. Call Shawn 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Or email him shawn.nugent@talktotucker.com. You want to talk to Tucker? Talk to Shawn Nugent, BWSPORTS1's Rockstar Realtor. All right, just a little station identification for everybody. Now we roll into Damon.
Oh, bro discussion.
Bro discussion. And the asterisk brings the beer. I am no longer going to be parched.
And got a nice head on that beer, too.
I would say
apologize.
something, but I'd get myself in trouble.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. And I didn't mean to set you up like that.
Oh, yes, you did.
I did.
Yes,
you did. I know how difficult it would be for you to maintain your social distancing. Wow. Yes, John. That was an amazing commercial, which you should be in.
Yeah,
And the Rockstar is probably off rocking the house world. So
yeah. So what do we have for bro discussion tonight?
Well, man, we got NBA talk, man. We had the bubble playoff start. I mean, this shit is outstanding. I mean, we've had what are we in? We're in the second half of the second day of 4 games. This is amazing. And man, did it start off third? Yes. Yes.
Started Monday.
Right. So it's day 2.5. Whatever. That's
Sure.
let you know that I've been in a bubble.
You've been in a bubble.
Right. I am currently watching the Philadelphia and Boston series, which Boston is up 1-0 in the series and is up in the third, 79-63. But, hey, I don't know how much you've watched. Has it been not exciting?
It
Basketball.
has. I mean, for what I've been able to catch, because they start at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm obviously tend to have to go somewhere during Monday through Fridays. But from what I've seen, yeah, there's some damn good games, and we'll get to it here in a minute. But man, I did call. I bet your ass. I called the Lakers and the Bucks to lose the first game. Told you.
I really don't see what the point of that is, because
I mean, the Blazers were coming on. The Blazers were just coming into momentum, and they did it when they should have.
Right. I mean, they played phenomenal basketball. I mean, it was a great game to watch. Being a Laker fan, and I've talked about this with Gerald on the Lakers Fast Break show. The Lakers' issue is the outside shooting, and it was an issue all year. But it's kind of funny that it was such a big issue, but they still end up with the number 1 seed. It was going to end up with the number 1 seed.
Right.
So that kind of frustrates me a bit, but it's playoff basketball, and you just got to show up.
Show up or sit down.
Show up or sit down. Before we get to really, really, really break that down, a couple useless or important news before we really talk about the bubble basketball, because it's been absolutely outstanding. But something that I know a lot of us forgot about over the last couple of months with the over the last year with the COVID and Kobe and things like that. But we forgot that when Toronto won the championship last year, their black person of operations had an altercation inside the arena with the San Francisco Bay Area police. If you haven't forgotten, there was a thing going on with that. And I did see that yesterday that the person of operations, I'm not going to butcher this man's name.
Masai Urieli.
No, that works. Hey, that works for me. That works for me. But he has a countersuit against this individual officer and now there's video.
Yeah, I was
showing the actual.
Once you watch the video, there's no reason that man should have had any hands on him. He was pulling out his credential to get to the team on the court to celebrate with them, and some asshole had to be an asshole. I mean, I'm an asshole, but that's an asshole.
Especially, I didn't really see why you had to put your two hands on the man like that.
At all.
And then he's calm, cool as hell. He's trying to show you his credentials, and you pretty much just fuck that and get the fuck up, shut up, and all that. Sorry, my friend, but that's all that kind of stuff. And now they have it on videotape. And I feel that videotape had already been seen because the district attorney of that area did not press charges, even though the police department was stressing. Mm-hmm. So is the police department a little pissed off at that officer for allowing them to believe him and all of this issues that was cited in his lawsuit against? He thought what it was is he thought he was going to throw up some bullshit and sue this black man and get some of his money. And he forgot that there's 1,000 cameras everywhere.
Well, it looked like his like chest cam, his body cam. So yeah. Again, we don't do a whole bunch of that funny business, but it kind of seems to be funny that all these individuals can wear these GoPros and these body cameras and all this stuff to film everything, but you cannot find it in your budget to get working body cameras
on every single police officer while they're on duty.
Yep. And it's not just for our safety, it's for
theirs.
Their safety as well.
I mean,
let's be honest, as much scrutiny as police departments have within the United States overall, why wouldn't you want to have that safeguard for your department?
That protects you.
Yeah.
That way, per se, I can be like, oh my God, he did this, he did that. And then, especially with what's going on right now, you can damn near get away with that.
Yep.
But if he's got his stuff on that protects him and that protects me from him doing that stuff that I'm crying about.
Message.
But anyway, okay. All right. Last thing, this is really cool. The NBA is allowing training bubbles for the teams that did not make the Orlando bubble. And if you didn't know, the draft is tomorrow.
Yes. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
During the playoffs, we're going to have the draft.
Yeah, the draft is tomorrow. So, which kind of funny that you have the draft and then it's approved that you get these little training bubbles.
Right. And why not, though? If you're going to have the bubble, you're going to be sitting in there for, what is it, 3 weeks? You got a 3-week train?
Yeah, about that.
2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Why not? If they're sitting there, they're in one place, you're doing it for the playoffs. Why not let the teams, come in, train these rookies out, get that part out of the way, so that once the playoffs are done and you have a quote unquote off season, you're able to start back up in November or October, at the end of October.
Yeah, October. Just another positive note. Another 2 weeks passed at the NBA bubble and the WNBA bubble. 0 positive tests. So that lets you know that the bubble system works, especially if the people inside it, baseball,
make it work.
Follow the protocols and make it work.
Yep.
There you go. All right, so bubble talk. Hey, man, it's absolutely outstanding.
MLB.
Yeah. Man, this is absolutely outstanding basketball, man. I love it because you're not getting the influence of the crowd on the referees in certain calls in certain important aspects of the game where a charge at home is going to be a block. These type of things. I noticed last night in the Laker game, a lot of those calls that LeBron gets, he is not getting because you're not getting that fan influence. Hey. I'm not complaining. I don't like all the whining that Kobe started.
I think there was whining before Kobe.
Yeah, but it wasn't to that extent. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It wasn't to that extent, bro. These cats now, woo! But overall, I like it. The bubble, the seeding games, I think, did exactly what they were supposed to do. Get these guys in the familiarity of playing again in an AAU type setting. So this is real deal basketball. This is not that Patrick Beverly type basketball where your antics fires up the crowd, which gets a reaction out of a player that gets you involved in the game. Now you have to actually rely on your ridiculous skill set. Granted, you can play defense, maybe, but I think you foul a whole hell of a lot. But a lot of this play is not going to be in your advantage. And a player like let me see. I'm trying to think of a player that has a very streaky style of scoring that, once you hit one or two and the fans get involved in it, you tend to rattle off a couple more. And this type of setting, it's all you. It's a great atmosphere for real shooters because there's really no depth perception. There's just a room and you playing ball. So I like it. We've already seen, I don't want to say upsets because they have not won the series yet, but I'm going to say that you've had some expected and unexpected 8 seed victories. Mm-hmm. I say expected because people kind of expected Portland to win game 1. I mean, I still picked the Lakers in 6, which means that Portland has to win 2 games. So I'm still not in a funk just yet, but I was very concerned. I'm still very concerned as a Laker fan, but as a basketball fan, man, this stuff is absolutely amazing. And then with Milwaukee, that's the unexpected AC. You know what I mean? They were missing Eric Gordon. They were missing Anthony Isaacs. They was missing there was another player that's done for the year for them. You know what I mean? You missing your best players and you go beat the number 1 overall seed. Not by a last second shot. You were kicking their ass the whole game. Game. That makes tomorrow's game with them and the Lakers in Portland so exciting. Question. Is Dame Lillard the best player on the planet right now?
Answer. It is very difficult to argue that statement right now. That dude is playing on fire. What did we call it back in the day? In fuego.
Yeah, he is in fuego all day. And to John, to say this, I say earlier in his career, he was a streaky scorer. But the last 2 years, I say Dame has been very consistent in his high 20s and his 30-point production. Look at it. This year, Dame Lillard is the only player to have 3 60-point games in the season. 3. But guy can go to the rack. He can shoot the consistent mid-range. He's a 80+% free throw shooter. They said from beyond 30 feet, Dame is 43% accuracy on his threes from beyond 30 feet. Right. So his 3-point percentage gets better the deeper he gets.
He goes, yeah. And that again, that's the evolution of basketball that we're in right now. I mean, it's the shot from 50 feet.
I mean, how do you guard that? How do you guard that?
I mean, unless you're doing a full court press the whole game,
they're picking him up as soon as he crosses half court now with 2. They're double teaming him. They're making him get rid of it. But if you're double teaming that wide, that far out on the floor with this type of NBA talent, that leaves McCollum open. That leaves Nurkic is killing. That leaves Skinny Mello over there with the fadeaway in the spot up 3, which he has improved on his spot up 3. So, hey, I would be more concerned if I was Milwaukee because you lost to a team that has not their stars than I would be for the Lakers. Because let's face it, Portland is only the AC because Nurkic and Collins was hurt all year.
I'll give you that.
And I'll even take Collins out of it. If you put Nurkic there,
where would they have been? 4th seed?
They've been 3rd. I say they've been 3rd. Easily. They'd have been easily been a 3rd seed.
Okay.
Man,
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Hey.
So, I mean, really, the Lakers are playing something that they normally would, a number 1 seed normally wouldn't play. You're actually playing a team that can win it all. You know what I mean? Unlike Milwaukee playing Orlando is a team that, you know what I mean, even with Eric Gordon, do you really think they was going to win the whole damn thing? No. So, yeah. The fam just got back from football practice.
Yeah, the fam just got back from driver's ed. What up, Elijah Zeke?
Hey, what else did I see that was pretty good? The Utah game, Utah-Denver, game 1. Well, their series is tied up at 1-1 because Utah spanked them real good today. But that first game with Donovan Mitchell put up 57, and then Murray came back and put up, 25 in the fourth quarter? Man, these young cats is going at it.
It's the young man's game.
Hey, LeBron said it best. Hey, the league is in good hands with these young hoopers.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. Oh, yeah,
these guys are balling.
I'm sorry. Ja Morant is – man, I think I would have taken him over Zion in the draft in a heartbeat.
I would have.
Man,
I would have.
He's good. He is good. He's damn good.
Let's see. You had what was it? Monday. The game was Monday. You had 4 players under 25 that all scored over 30 on the same day.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
These
stat.
boys is hooping. These boys is hooping. Like, I'll be excited to watch it. I've been this excited to watch NBA basketball in a long time because these young cats can ball, and I'm all about it.
No, they're balling. They're balling their ass off. And
hey, there goes our mascot.
I see it. I see him.
Her.
Yes, her. Gretel.
Yes.
God, Gretchen.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's been a great first 2.5 days, and I'm excited. I want to see what the Clippers got for tonight. See if Luka the Don can come back. Hey, did you see the text? What do you think about the text on Porzingis?
They were weak.
Okay. The second one.
Oh, you're talking about when he pushed, oh boy.
Hey, the second one he totally deserved. One, because I argued with the wife for about 4 minutes on this one. Like, man, you can't give him that tech. You can't do that. But then listening to her for a second, I had to sit back and think. Yeah, that second one is all Porzingis' fault. One, you knew you already had one tech, which was completely bogus, which was completely bullshit. I don't care what referee says, or if you do any type of motion like that, they're going to immediately call the tech. We could probably pull up footage of about 1,000 different games where you had players do that exact motion, and then you got high performers like Paul George, Kawhi, LeBron, Jimmy Buckets, all these type of guys doing the same motion, and I'll be damned if you get LeBron a technical foul. So that was kind of bullshit. But the second one, you completely deserved.
And he should have known, like you said, you had one T already. You shouldn't go involve yourself into anything because you could legitimately crush your team's game that night.
You did. Because you and Luka effectively were keeping the Clippers at bay, and you had I'm not saying you were going to win the game, but you had a very real opportunity to win that game. When you took yourself out of the game, because you didn't have to go over there, I get it. You're protecting your star, but you let the bench players, you let that other guy go do that. You know what I mean? You do that with one technical foul. You don't. I mean, with zero, you don't do that with one. You know what I'm saying? And so they gave it to him. You know what I mean? So I think that was a complete turning point in that game. And now we come to find out you've been talking a little trash on the social media, Porzingis, and now you are 50-50 at game time because you got some knee pain.
Right.
Now, you knew Paul and Kawhi was coming for that ass.
You know what? I seen a belt earlier that had a keyboard across it. It was a gold belt, like a big WWE belt. It was a keyboard warrior champion. Do you get it?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
He get it.
I think they call him the unicorn. I think he's just a regular horse. He doesn't have a horn. So, but yeah, I'm excited about the bubble basketball. Yes. These next couple games are going to be very intriguing to watch. I want to see how Milwaukee falls back. I want to see how the Lakers fall back. You know, I mean, I like to see these things come out. I actually see if the Pacers are going to do what they need to do as well. You found the glasses.
I did.
Yeah.
I found them. I haven't found a picture yet, but I have the glasses.
Awesome. So, yeah, I'm excited.
You know, honestly, I'm excited to watch Pacers, but I'm not because Miami is their Achilles heel, and the way they played yesterday, wow. I mean, what
Jimmy Buckets
doing? Man? You can't put TJ Warren on Jimmy Butler and expect him to hold him down.
Hey, listen, Jimmy Buckets said it a couple months ago. He said, I quote, "If I was the coach, I would never, ever, ever put this man on me again."
And maybe that's a reason. I mean, that's a small percentage reason, but maybe it is a reason that there's talks around Indianapolis that McMillan is no more.
Why are you talking about them when they just signed him to an extension, bro? Where's the talks coming from? He just signed an extension last week.
I heard it. That extension can be paid off quickly.
Man, he just signed an extension Thursday.
And that extension can be paid off with anything. I mean, that would be the only thing the Simons are paying for on the Pacer team.
And we talked about it.
And I'm just saying, since then, there has been talk.
Did you look at the date of the talk? This ain't even been. It ain't even a week. It ain't it. Oh, hey. You've been listening to Dan Dockage. That's what it was. You was listening to Dan Dockage.
Heard it. I didn't make it. I'm not speculating. I just heard it, and I'm what I'm hearing. I'm telling.
This was amazing. But yes, I will be excited to watch those games as well tomorrow, and the game tonight, and the games forever and ever and ever. And then I will be ready to listen to the game, the race on Sunday, and then I'll be.
So, speaking of the race, so Shawn and I were talking earlier, and I think that we're going to do a watch party for the race. We're not going to be broadcasting the race itself per se, but we're going to be kind of like our brothers over at Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football do with the redraft. Is we're going to be watching the race and being like, ooh, ah, through the whole race. I think that's going to be fun.
I might have to peek in and out. Because, I'll be on the grill, baby.
And we definitely want to know what the one is cooking on race day.
I'm going to have to come up with some type of fabulous race name meals.
There you go.
All right. So, you got anything else for the people?
Other than Straight from the Ass, which is coming up here shortly, I'm good.
All right.
Or is that now? Is that
now? It's now.
Straight from the ass.
Because we just recapped the shows in conversation. So
we did. Like how we did that? That was great.
I'm getting the dev stare, so we got to hurry up and take these shots.
So, Straight from the Ass today, August 19th, in history. Do you know what happened today?
Yes, I do.
What?
In 1923, my 97-year-old grandmother was born.
Well, happy birthday to Grandma, Mama, Mama.
It's Granny.
Happy birthday. But
so,
before that,
that's probably not it.
But before that, in 1909, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway opens the gates for the first time. You're going right. They don't go right. They go right, they're going into the wall. We don't want to see a lot of that.
That's when the race is fun.
No.
Yes.
No. Maybe in NASCAR.
That's when you have your belly over, your low-hanging jeans shorts cut off with your red tan here and your bandana, and you say, "Woo!"
That is so NASCAR.
Oh, my bad. They're high class.
Right. We high class rednecks.
You sip your beer in a champagne glass.
There you go. So what is the one thought?
The one thought is this. Again, I'm going completely out of the sports realm, folks. This is the one thought. Why in the hell do you make a flammable fix-a-flat?
You shouldn't use fix-a-flat anyway. There you have it, folks. He is the one, I in the ass. This has been Black and White Sports Wednesday Night Live, powered by First Financial Bank. What? You can do it before the pew-pew.
Wife.
There you go.
Is a pew-pew girl back?
She is. First Financial Bank, John Wayne Buzzard, 317-417-8582. Call him for all your banking needs and accessories, whether it be small business loan, mortgage loan, checking or savings account. John Wayne Buzzard at First Financial Bank has you covered. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent. If you want to talk about houses, buying or selling a home, you talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today. 317-503-8322. And now, Damon, you may take the one shot. All you have is one shot.
Don't do it.
And as always, Damon, what do we do?
We keep Indy sporty.
Peace.
Oh, I love the shirt.